Hi everybody, welcome. I'm Dorothy. You know who I am. Professional astrologer. Been on this YouTube channel for years. Hey, come to my website, nhastrologer.com. Join my email newsletter. And one person every month, I choose to have a free reading. So come and join right on my website. Links are in the text box below this if you're watching this on YouTube. All right, today, very excited to talk to you about the eclipse that we have on September 1st. We had one on August 18th, so go back and check that out if you will, because eclipses are very, very important. This one on September 1st, 5:03 a.m. Eastern Time, is in the sign of Virgo at 9 degrees. Eclipses are extremely important because they set the tone for accelerated growth and accelerated changes. New moons are all about, how we want to initiate action and set goals in our lives, and that's what new moons are always about. But again, when they're eclipses, they tend to focus us in a very hyper-focused sense and way. So when you're ready to sit down after the new moon, we have to wait until the moon is new, so again 5:03 a.m. Eastern Time on September 1st, then you can sit down and set goals for yourself. This new moon at 9 degrees of Virgo is conjunct the North Node, which means it's an eclipse, all right? And so we have a major life purpose, major life path that is being revealed to all of us. And it will come in stages, of course. Again, we might be able to accelerate it into a position we weren't ready for, but we're always kind of ready for anything anyways. The universe doesn't put us where we can't be. It puts us where we have the opportunity for the most growth. So trust that and know that. So what do I want to do with this arrangement? Now, in the chart of this eclipse, we do have a mutable T-square, and there's a lot of Earth. Let me explain, okay? Hold on. Stay with me. When we have mutable energy, that's about adapting. So adapting to changes. So there's so much mutable this T-square is, here, here, and here. All right, so this new moon eclipse is opposite Neptune. So that's where we need to adapt to these changes. And there's a lot of Earth in the chart, at least in New England. There's a lot of Earth in this chart as well because of all the Virgo energy plus other things. And that is adapting to changes in our material world. So we look around us and the world is going through a lot of changes, as we all know. But how do we work this in our own personal lives? Because this is, I can't make a change in the way people behave and the destruction that they are creating. But I can make the changes and the shifts in my own life wherever I see fit. So I want you to think about where you can adapt, where you can make changes in your life. Our goals should be based on the creativity, artistic abilities, compassion, the things that we can do every single day, whether it's a prayer, 5 minutes in the morning or at night. It's always good to do one in the morning, one at night. 5 minutes. We're not saying hours, 5 minutes, 5 minutes. Make it something you can do every day. Before you get out of bed in the morning, just wake up and just think, these are so simple, I know you can do it. 3 things that you're grateful for, even if it's just because you can sit up by yourself and put your feet on the floor. Anything, all right? Add daily meditation or prayer to your routine. This is one of the beautiful ways that this eclipse can help us, opposite Neptune, can really help us to make a life that's more compassionate, more understanding, and much more open to receiving what it is that we need in our material needs as well. Okay, so the other things that are going on here, this is the overall feeling of this eclipse, but there's a number of shifts and changes that we're trying to create in this world today. The Neptune-Saturn square, of course, has been creating a lot of discord and the wool being pulled over our eyes, over the nation's eyes. And with this eclipse in the sign of Virgo, and in opposition to Neptune and square to Saturn, this eclipse is triggering that Saturn-Neptune square. And again, what it will do is it will show us where we need to start focusing more on details, where we as a people, as a collective, because of this Virgo energy, can start to question the things we see, feel, and hear, especially in the political world, even in the religious world. So we are questioning these things, and that's a big global piece, and that causes a lot of tension and stress for a lot of people. But the point is that we have an opportunity here to start to clear the fog with all of that Neptune and with all of that Virgo energy. We have an opportunity to really start picking at the details to see what is the truth. And what's the truth to us? Because we all have our own perspective, okay? Now, we also have Mars in the middle of this too, because Mars and Saturn have been conjunct for a little while. Mars gave us an awful lot of trouble back in June and July, and we're even into August too. Mars is not retrograde anymore, but it's considered out of bounds. And when it's out of bounds, it's extremely it's out of the path of the normal path of the ecliptic. So when it's out of bounds, it still feels like a retrograde planet. Sometimes I think they even feel more retrograde than when they are, all right, because we don't have a clear signal. We don't have a direct line. It's just like being in the wrong cell phone. You're on your cell phone and it just gets a little crackly and you can hear every other word from your person you're talking to. This is what an out of bounds planet is like, the way I see them, that we're not getting a clear signal. What does that mean for us? That means we're still going to be feeling agitated with our leaders. And I know I personally can't go out and protect everybody in the world. So what can I do for myself? I want us to bring it back to what we can do for ourselves, because we're not national leaders. We are just individuals, but the individual steps that you take are important for each of us, all right? And because it's like that pebble in the pond, it has a ripple effect. So we pull it into what we need in our own lives, focus on the details of what we need in our own lives, adapt to the changes that are happening around us. We are going to be able to step into, what is next for us in our own personal expansion, and as a nation, as a people, as a human race. We're able to step into these things. All right, so it's important to know where these things are in your own personal chart too, because that gives us additional information. So if you're interested in having your own private session, of course I do that right on my website, nhastrologer.com. Click on the booked in button right under my face and you can arrange your own appointment right there. Would love to hear from you. And please share, and don't forget, adapt to the changes in your material world. And this is the easiest and simplest way to use this new moon solar eclipse. I will be back in another week or so with the lunar eclipse in 2 weeks. All right? Blessings? Yes, blessings to all of us, right? Namaste.